Hi, we're Rum Jungle.
How are ya? Is that good?
Hell yeah.
What are your names and what do you play?
My name is Maje, and I play the bass guitar. Sometimes I get to sing and play keys.
My name is Benny and I play the guitar, and sometimes I get to sing, but I don't get to play keys.
And my name's Josh, and I get to play the keys and the guitar, and sometimes I get to sing.
And we're Rum Jungle.
And we're also Rum Jungle, yeah. Fraser's not here. But Fraser's
Yeah, unfortunately, our little brother Fraser is...
He's fired.
Yeah, we sacked him.
Yeah.
He's
sacked.
We left him at the airport.
Yeah. He
Didn't
was
think-
throwing a hissy fit because it was too hot on the flight, so
Yeah.
we decided...
It's
we
your
were
classic
just like,
Home
"All
Alone
right."
setup. He's at home.
If he's
Exactly,
good,
yeah,
if he's good, we'll let him come to the show tomorrow.
We forgot Fraser!
Well, first of all, congratulations on the ARIA chart.
Thank you.
First,
Thank
how are you
you.
guys feeling about that?
I don't think it's quite hit me personally just yet.
Yeah,
Like,
neither.
you
I
know,
feel like I've been buzzing so much, I feel like I'm going to fall out of my skin, to be honest with you. That's
yeah,
about
like
where I'm at.
we've obviously done the rounds of like calling our family and loved ones and whatnot. But I think, I don't know, I suppose once we've got it, then it'll feel a bit more real. But just seeing some of the other names in the running for that's pretty surreal, I would say.
Yeah, I had to explain to Dad what an ARIA was. And he's like, oh, nice. Well done, mate. That's pretty good, isn't it? I was like, yeah, mate. It's all right.
Nice.
So cheers, Aaron, for that one.
If you were a pasta shape, what would you be?
This is a great question.
Penne pasta cooked too al dente.
I'll be a little tagliatelle, I reckon.
Excuse me?
Be a little tagliatelle.
What's that look like?
Mate, you're looking at it.
I'll answer for phrase. He'd be a dinosaur pasta. Oh no,
Dinosaur
not
pasta?
dinosaur pasta. I'm thinking of what's the alphabet pasta?
Nah, Fraser'd be a little risoni, I reckon.
Yeah.
A tiny little risoni.
Tiny little
Yeah,
risotto.
puny little risoni.
What would you be, mate?
Macaroni.
I reckon I'd be. I sort of give myself like a.
rigatoni.
Yeah, look, I'll take a rigatoni.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
Yeah, you're a big rigatoni.
I do like
I
fettuccine,
reckon.
but I'd love to be fettuccine, but I don't think I am that.
If you guys had to listen to one artist for the rest of your life, who are you choosing?
The Beatles for me.
Seconded.
Yeah, they got too many good songs to not choose them, I think.
I feel like you can listen to it enough that by the time you get to the end, you're ready to kind of go back to the start, and it's almost kind of new. So seconded.
I'd probably say Cage the Elephant, only because they're my nostalgia band, and
If I can jump in again, I'll say seconded again.
I often re-listen to their albums. A lot of nostalgia in those, a lot of different sounds, similar to the Beatles, but a little bit more modern. Hang on, it's just the JQ 483 making its way back to Brisbane from Tahiti.
Yeah, it's coming in.
Pretty hot.
If you guys could have one of your songs in a TV show or a movie, what show or movie would you choose and what song?
Oh, man. Oh,
Funnily, wait, sorry, can I just cut you off super quick?
Of course you can, mate.
Funnily
Yeah, you go
enough,
No. Yeah, no, I'm joking.
Weather's Better was used in a UK TV show called
yeah, it's like Welcome
Made
to Chelsea. or
made
some
in
shit.
made
Yeah.
in Chelsea. So that one's already made it. But if it was something else, I'd probably say Make It Easy, only because I like the song.
I'd say Madman in the new Shrek movie. I reckon if we can hit up DreamWorks and get Madman in
You
there,
know what?
like the Shrek montage of just him going crazy with Madman, would be pretty funny.
I'll scrap my choice and I'll back you on that.
Yeah,
That's a heaps good
DreamWorks.
one. DreamWorks, hit us up.
Can I go instead of movie game and go skate for like Rocket Ship? I reckon cruising on skate 4 in listening to Rocket Ship would be heaps fresh.
That'd be mad. Yeah.
Fitting.
What's one thing about being in a band that people underestimate?
Touring.
Yeah, I think I heard a quote once, and there was some guy in a band. I forget who it was, but someone asked him, like, if you had one piece of advice for someone trying to start a band, what would it be? And he said, find the most uncomfortable seat in your house and try and fall asleep in it. If you can't, don't join a band.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Agreed.
It's a lot of time away from your loved ones. But there's
Still
also
sick.
there's also so much reward.
Yeah,
that
it still
comes
heaps
from it.
awesome.
Yeah, I've seen some.
It
I've seen
sounds
some
like we're
places-
negging heaps.
Yeah, no,
No,
I've seen some places on planet Earth that I never would have even imagined that I'd go to. We went to this amazing little random town well, random to us, but this random town in Germany called Butzbach, and it was just this beautiful like European square that we hung out in, and like that's the kind of place that it's like I never would have found myself there if not for touring. So
Yeah, and I also just reckon put yourself out there, like make yourself comfortable being uncomfortable, meeting new people, because it is a people person job.
If you had to be handcuffed to someone else in the band for a day, who are you choosing?
None.
I'll
None.
be handcuffed to one of the other boys for the day.
Oh.
Easy answer for me.
How much sleep have I got?
You taking Fraser, Maje?
No, I'm taking Benny, because I know that if it was Fraser, one of us wouldn't be around anymore,
Yeah.
and I think me and Josh would do each other's head in.
Yeah, probably.
Can you choose yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you can't.
What?
Yeah.
Behind your back.
Ooh. Oh, behind your back.
I'd
to
rather,
each other.
I'd rather that.
All day like that.
No,
Oh,
as
yeah,
in,
but
no,
you
as
can
in,
still
would
go to-
you?
You can still go to bed pretty easily.
No, it's like, would you rather be handcuffed to one of the boys or handcuffed behind your back?
Or yeah, behind my back.
Oh yeah, behind my back
Yeah.
for sure.
Sorry, boys, I love yous, but come on, I need a shower. You know, like I need a bit of me time.
How the hell are you going to turn the shower on without a buddy there?
How you guys scrub your back?
What is your favourite memory from a previous tour or show that you've done?
I think most recently we were in Rotterdam end of 2024, and there was a fan who was an absolute legend, and he brought like a guitar for us to sign, but he also brought like a bunch of local treats. Yeah, I can't remember what there was, like this kind of real licoricey tasting one, but I can't remember what that was called. But there was Stroop waffle, and we did try that originally in in Amsterdam, and that was so good. But he also just then brought us this massive pack, and then like a couple of days later, our van broke down on the autobahn on the way to our last show for the tour in Munich, and we didn't end up making it, which was real sad. But all we had to keep us going was just that stack of Stroop waffles, and Fraser ate them all. So
Came in so clutch for just Fraser.
yeah, came in clutch for just Fraser, but like favourite
And so
memory
we
was
left him in
receiving
Netherlands.
them. Yeah, because that guy was a legend, and I was like, yes, I'm so keen. And then we broke down, and Fraser ate them all. And,
I agree with that.
And so we left him in Sydney.
Yeah.
yeah. So now he's fired. Yeah,
He ate all our Stroop
and that's
waffles.
why he's not here, because he ate all our Stroop waffles.
I'd say second, just like a generalized. Whenever we have like a monumental or significant show that really means a lot to us, not that they all don't, but you know, some obviously stand out and hold a place in our hearts. Seeing like loved ones out in the crowd's always really nice and pretty special. It doesn't happen all the time, so those have a huge impact.
Yeah, but Stroop waffles though.
Yeah, but
like,
also Stroop
but
waffles
come on,
that Fraser ate.
Seriously, man, Stroop waffles. Like, loved ones, Stroop waffles.
Come on now.
Do you guys have any traditions when you're recording or performing pre or post show?
Our like tradition before we go on stage is we all get together and say one thing we're grateful for from the day, then go and hug each other, tell each other we love each other, then fist bump. I think that's kind of the only tradition we have. I don't think we really.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
ritualistic.
our pretty main tradition.
I'd say for recording, we don't really have one.
Not recording.
You just got to kind of wing it when you're recording. Hey.
Yeah, we like to try different processes and stuff.
Yeah.
I would say like we've gone to the studio with songs that are barely started, songs that are fully finished, and there's not really any structure to that. It's just kind of
Just winging it.
seeing what happens, seeing what
Yeah.
comes out of that.
What is your favourite song from your new album?
I've got one that I've just sort of stuck to the whole time. Hang on, it's just the JQ483 taking off again.
Yeah.
Back to Tahiti.
Yeah.
We'll give that a second to pass by.
Safe flight.
Safe flight, everyone.
Seatbelts on.
Seatbelts on. Seatbelts on has not turned off.
Yeah.
All right, I would say the one that I've been like religiously stuck to is Backwards. Just because I remember the recording process of that so vividly. Got to play an instrument that's not mine, which is like this hectic short scale bass, and I just think the song in general was so fun to create, and I hear that in the recording still.
I don't know. It's hard to say what my favourite is. I think it changes pretty regularly
Right now.
right now.
Right here.
Well, I've really been in. I think just because we started touring, and Pass You By has felt like a really massive moment. Also because it finishes the show at the moment. I think that's probably my favourite right now. But that's my favourite to play. I don't know. It's hard to say what my favourite is. But I'm just going to That's my answer. Pass you by. Yeah.
So,
Final answer, mate?
so
Yeah.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
I'll say Always a New Good Side, just because I've loved that song since we demoed it. So yeah, Always a New Good Side for me. I love playing it live too.
Yeah, that one was fun. That was a good demo day.
Yeah, great demo day, yeah.
What song would you play for a first-time listener out of all of your discography?
Keep
Yeah, probably just keep.
Keep or Everything Is Easy, probably like the two main ones that
Those are probably the
that put
safest.
petrol in the car.
Oh.
If I was thinking about it from like a, do I just want to show them
Yeah, it's
like
so
the
tough.
newest stuff? Like if I was to show them a song from Recency Bias as a first time listener to go, hey, this is who we are, I'd probably say a song like All Right, honestly, because that song,
Middle ground.
so yeah, it captures like a lot of our older stuff and the newer stuff in one song, I'd say. But besides that, yeah, keeping Everything Is Easy, just because they're so
Yeah, off the new.
digestible.
I don't know. Yeah, I might just say High or Low, because
Crazy choice.
Hot take.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I think in our future projects we'll probably not necessarily lean more towards that, but
We'll dabble.
yeah, I think we love our older sounding songs, but I think we're probably going to be changing our sound all the time.
Not too much, but
Yeah, we'll try not to, but
Just naturally.
we'll accidentally change
just
it, I
naturally.
think. Yeah.
I don't think that was like a promise,
yeah.
so don't stress. I don't think that was a promise that
We're going acoustic.
We're gonna be
Rum
heaps
Jungle's going
different.
acoustic, and we're gonna go like.
I think that was more of a
it.
generalized. We're gonna keep writing songs, and they're probably all gonna be very different.
Yeah, it's tough to just.
But
give
Benny's
one-
gonna keep singing them, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's tough to just give one that defines it. I think is
Yeah.
probably what I was trying to say.
But keep.
Okay.
Come on now.
Yeah.
So fun.
If you could swap lives with anyone in the music industry for a day, hi puppies.
Yeah, Luna.
Luna. Paul McCartney
There's a dog.
is my answer to your question.
He's like 84, man.
Well, if I could swap
Wait, do we get their
my
whole life,
or
or like is it just right now?
right now.
Oh, we're getting deep.
We're talking
You can answer
live their
both.
life, Paul McCartney. If we're talking right now,
I'm pretty happy with.
yeah, I'm pretty sweet with who. Yeah, I'm pretty sweet with me. But
Yeah.
yeah, if it's right now and I have to change to somebody else, I like who I am. But if it's in the past, I'll take Paul McCartney because why not?
Yeah, if it's in the past, I'm taking Bob Dylan. And if it's right now, I'll take Benny McIntyre.
Yeah, man, that's a heaps hard question. I'm trying to think of like people in the industry.
I'm right here.
What about like Godinsky or something? Hot take.
Yeah, fair enough.
Successful.
Yeah,
Nah, you know what?
legend.
You know what? I don't know if there's anyone who would be like, yeah, let me jump on that. Like, this seems like a sick life.
Yeah, yourself.
Oh yeah, like right now, I'll just chill. I'm chilling. I'm cruising.
Everything's all right, Maje. We love you, man.
As long as I got fresh undies and
We're number one,
a
man.
smile on my face, I'm all good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do you guys have an artist that you think more people should listen to?
I think Letters to Lions right now, honestly, like they're back, and honestly, seeing them live after their big hiatus for 7 years, like they're just as good, if not better, than they were when they stopped.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I would
they're
also say
unbelievable.
Vintage Veneer. Played
Chain
last
Daisy
night.
from Newcastle.
Hell yeah, Chain Daisy.
Vintage Veneer, Chain Daisy, Bob Dylan.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
So underrated, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a couple of songs on Spotify, I think.
Usually so underrated.
What are you guys most excited about this year?
Honestly, tomorrow night probably. Like I'm really keen to play the Triffid because last time we were there was with Pac Ave, and I remember playing with them. I was like, God, I hope we can sell this place out one night. And we have, which is sick. I'm really keen. And obviously, like, going to America next month will be awesome. But yeah, honestly, just try and take it like one night at a time, I think.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of unknowns with the year. Like, it's so easy to fill up a calendar and go, this is the plan sort of thing, but it never sticks to that. I think, again, to be real vague, I'd say going to places that I haven't been before and meeting people I haven't met before and playing with bands that I haven't played with before. And that is the end of part one.
Yeah, part one done.
We have moved, but we are back. We are still Rum Jungle.
What is the best advice you've ever received?
Best piece of advice I think is just, I don't know. I feel like I don't think we've gotten much advice. I think it's just like between the four of us, because we're all great mates. It's just like just to keep being ourselves when we write music and stuff like that. Don't try and be somebody else. I think just try and be Rum Jungle.
Yeah, I reckon that's what I was going to touch on is don't try and replicate or imitate, just create.
Whoa! Well
That
done.
was crazy from me.
Whoa!
I just came up with that shit
Whoa.
right then. Someone put that on a shirt.
I just got the best advice that I've ever been given, so just put that on repeat again, and that'll be my answer.
I just realized what I said did not answer the question at all.
Make
Best
that
advice, best advice I've ever been given.
But you just dished it out.
Yeah,
It's from
okay.
myself.
Yeah, all right, fuck it, I'll roll with that.
Do you guys get anxious before you perform? And if you do, how do you manage the performance anxiety?
Yeah, I definitely do still. There's definitely like a layer of like social anxiety with shows because oftentimes it's a rather large room of strangers. But I think for me personally, managing that, it's separating myself from the rest of the people backstage and just having like, 5-10 minutes by myself, get myself into the right headspace, or talk to loved ones and sort of run them through how I'm feeling. But at the end of the day, you can always turn to your mates and just go, "Hey, this is how I'm feeling," and they help you out every time.
I don't really get nervous anymore. I don't really have a good answer for this one.
Yeah, I think I get nervous, but I think it almost is more maybe almost sometimes excitement. But I think if I was to think about maybe nerves before a show, I think it's not necessarily like so full on in the fact that I'm like, oh, I'm nervous. I think it's more just that I find myself like real just like lethargic before a show, and I kind of just want to like sit down and kind of chill out for a little bit. But I think I've kind of figured out that it's almost like that I'm just kind of like conserving energy, and then as soon as I get on, I'm like, all right, yeah, this is sick. But I don't know, I guess it just depends on the show. Like all the most recent Australian shows have been pretty like good. I feel like it's so much down to like how well rehearsed you are, and but then again, yeah, there's so many factors. But yeah, I don't know. What am I saying?
Our fans are always sick as well. Like they always make us feel heaps comfortable and stuff like that as well. I feel like being on stage for a Rum Jungle show is easy just because everyone's having a good time with us.
It's circumstantial, but yeah, we manage.
How do you deal with traveling a lot and being away from people you love?
Distance is best managed with communication, I think. Making sure that you touch on the relationships that you've got and just really caring for them and doing what you can to be present when you can. And I think just planning for time moving forward in the future and just being honest about how you're feeling, I think, is the easiest way to manage with that. But it is hard. Like, there's a lot of sacrifice that comes with being a musician in that sense of, like, you do spend a lot of time away. But, the people you love obviously understand that.
Mate, these answers are crazy. You're killing it right now.
Answering from the fucking
Yeah,
chest.
dude. I've got.
Couldn't have said
yeah.
it better myself.
Yeah, well, there we go. Bang, bang.
How do you maintain the high performance standards when you're really tired at the end of a tour?
I think it's like, I don't know, I think we've just found that it's like, it doesn't matter what state we're in.
Doesn't matter what state you're in. No way, lad. It's not too late.
Oh. I don't know. We just somehow always just, I don't know. It's like as soon as you walk on, as soon as you walk on stage, it's just like, it doesn't even matter how cooked you are, like, or crook you are. You're just fine. I don't know. I like.
It's the adrenaline of it. It's literally
Yeah,
like.
I feel like there's only been like a few shows that we've like really regrettably and sadly had to cancel where it's been like really like an issue. But
That's
it's like,
sickness. That's not like.
yeah. It's like otherwise it's like you can be so tired that you're falling asleep backstage, and then as soon as you walk on, you're
Maje was fast asleep
as awake
before our
as you've
London
ever
show.
been. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, our first London show at Amira. Maje was fast asleep on
Snoring.
the
Loving
fully
life.
fast asleep on the setup out the back.
5
And we were
minutes
like,
before we went on.
Michael, wake up, we're going on. He was like, okay.
And he killed it.
And then proceeded to, just do an absolutely sick show. And then, so I don't know. I guess you just do it. I don't know. It's not really any, maybe Maje has some like,
Time to get prolific. Nah. It's just kind of like a muscle. It's like, it doesn't take you too long to warm back up, even if you've had a bit of time off between shows. After doing it for so long, you do get into a bit of a routine. Isaac, our manager, would tell you that there's definitely moments that he sees throughout our set that he can pick every single time to a T before it even happens. And it's not to say that we lose fun and it becomes routine, but it's just almost like a habit. Like you you go out there and you want to do a good show and you know how to do it, so you do it no matter what state you're in. No, that's not what I said.
What is the biggest challenge that musicians are facing right now, and how can people help?
I think overall, like, to generalize the music scene at the minute, like, tickets are pretty hard for a lot of bands. And I think somebody spoke about it recently. I can't remember, and I feel terrible for not remembering. But they were talking about post-COVID mentality of, we'll wait till the day to buy tickets.
I think it was DZ. I think
Yeah,
DZ
DZ.
posted, yeah.
We'll wait till the day to buy tickets, just in case it doesn't happen. But it doesn't happen unless the tickets are bought in the first place. Which is, if you see a show you like, buy a ticket.
Yeah, that's literally it. If you see a show, don't leave it till the last minute. Just buy a ticket, because honestly, like, one ticket goes a long way. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
shows don't happen unless we sell tickets, and yeah, please buy a ticket. That's it. Benny, you got anything to say, mate?
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think
Thanks, mate. Yeah, appreciate that. Nice.
Where can people find you and follow you?
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, not Snapchat, maybe Twitter. You can find us on all streaming platforms.
X now. X.
Forgive me, Elon. Yeah, you can find us on pretty much all platforms, all streaming services. If you want to say, hey, send us a message, and hopefully we can get back to you. We are Rum Jungle. Please follow us on Instagram, X, Facebook, and listen to all of us on all the streaming platforms. We love you.
Recency Bias is #1 in Australia right now. How good is that? Please listen to it. Thank you.